Breaking news. 29-year-old man arrested in Rhode Island for luring children over video games like Fortnite and Roblox. Before we get into the video, hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a video from yours truly, me. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Good morning. Parents have to wake up. This is yet another day where we're here to announce a predator that got to a minor, a young girl, and took advantage of her online using social media applications. Parents, wake up. People at home are preying on your kids. They're soliciting information. They are deviants. They want to do bad things, and you are the first line of defense.
I agree.
So again, I'll say, parents, wake up. If you do not know what your kids are doing on their cell phones, you better figure it out today.
I believe kids shouldn't even have cell phones until they get to a certain age, until they reach the point of maturity where they can handle the technology. But most parents are allowing the technology to raise children because they don't want to deal with them. We're just going to keep it 100 here. Most parents give their children technology because they don't want to deal with them. But let the video roll.
You could stop serious abuse. You could stop molestation. You could stop the solicitation of sexual imagery of little boys and little girls. You could save lives.
You know, sometimes I wonder if these parents feel like they're living in a monolith. You know, this world is full of monsters and predators. And the way I grew up, my mom and dad used to tell me that you used to have to pay for freedom and privacy. So I don't understand that in this generation of parents, how you allow children who do not pay for their lifestyle, that you allow them to have so much freedom that they run you. I was raised that if you wanted privacy and you wanted control over your life, you had to pay for it.
Today, we're here to announce the arrest of 29-year-old Justin Adkins of
Wow, 29? 29.
West Warwick, Rhode Island. Again, this is happening from other states, parents. People from other states are getting to your kids online and taking advantage of them.
You know, when I was a kid, there was not an evolution of online gaming. When we played games, our friends had to be at the house or we had to go to their house. And online gaming didn't start until like the early 2000s. And I'm surprised that parents trust their children to be playing online. I wish I knew the content creator's name, but what he simply does is he plays Roblox, he changes his voice, and he attempts to catch predators who are preying on children through Roblox. And he has successfully caught a few people. If you look up these details, there was a man that pulled up to a young boy's house who he met on Roblox. And the son went outside to meet him. And when the mother saw the guy pull up in his red truck, she ran out and grabbed her son. We have to understand that kids are innocent and they do not have the knowledge and awareness to protect themselves. So we have to be careful not to give them devices that will expose their innocence.
Can happen anywhere at any time. Justin Adkins is currently facing charges, 2 child molestation charges in Rhode Island. And here we have taken him down after he developed a relationship with a young girl, a minor, online. They met through the gaming app Fortnite. This is what the icon looks like if you're looking at a cell phone. Fortnite, a gaming application. From there, they moved to Snapchat. That's what the icon looks like if you're looking at a cell phone. We see this time and again. They moved to Snapchat because images and text communications can be erased rather quickly.
You know what I noticed? That most of these parents, these new age parents, have become oblivious to technology. They're just continuing to live their lives and go to work and carry on as if the world is not vicious. I want to encourage all the parents out there. You need to get involved in technology. You need to understand what's going on. You need to know how to work these apps because these kids are learning fast. And if you're not able to keep up with them, how do you expect to keep them safe? Y'all let me know down in the comments. As a parent, how do you expect to keep your children safe if you don't know how to operate and manage the technology that is being presented in front of them every day?
It's a way to avoid law enforcement. This time it didn't work. We've got thousands and thousands of files associated with this criminal deviance Snapchat account, hundreds and hundreds of images of child sex abuse content, including many with this victim. After meeting and talking on Snapchat, he then sent Robux, using the app Roblox to give this young girl, lavish goods. He sent her an iPhone because he wanted better.
Wait, hold up. Hold up. Where's the parents at? How do you allow your child to receive an iPhone from a stranger at your house? With all the technology available, how is your daughter able to get another cell phone in the house that you don't pay for? Y'all need to get down in the comments and make it make sense to me. There's no way in hell that my daughter or son is going to have another cell phone in my house that I didn't pay for and I don't ask no questions. Look, I look at some of y'all parents out here and it's like your children are raising themselves. Y'all need to be all in their business. All in their business. You need to do random searches in their bedroom, random searches of their cell phone. You need to go through the text messages, their history. You need to have parental controls on these cell phones. And guess what? When you put up parameters for their safety, and I know they're not going to like it, and they're going to feel uncomfortable for a while, guess what? It's going to challenge them to get out there in the world and take care of themselves and purchase their own freedom. These children being given freedom that they didn't earn and didn't pay for by these new age parents. And quite frankly, it's ridiculous because your number one duty as a parent is to protect them, to protect their innocence. And the craziest thing is to me is that some of these parents have been victimized themselves, have gone and experienced these type of traumas themselves. And you would think based upon your experience that you would try to protect your child from the same situation. But I'll never understand. I'll never understand. You have lived experience on what that type of trauma does to somebody's life, but yet you don't protect your own children. You leave them out to the wolves of the internet and allow people to prey on them. The way I grew up, my parents was all in my business. The internet was just developing when I was a kid. For instance, even if I received a toy or a game for my Genesis, showing my age, that my mother did not buy, she was asking questions. And unless I gave her an answer that was justified as of why I've had that item, she took it away from me or took it back to where it came from. We need to go back to that, y'all.
Content in the imagery. That's how sick this dude was. He purchased her things, sent her a digital currency through the app Roblox. Roblox, the state of Florida, has sued both civilly and criminally. Time and again, we see child abuse happening, and it originates through relationships on that application. These companies, they're making way too much money, and they're not doing enough to protect our kids.
Hold up. You can't put it on the company. The company's objective is to create a product that is profitable. So the responsibility is not on the company creating the apps because there are a lot of companies that create apps. The responsibility is on the parent that birthed the child to protect them and monitor the things that they are consuming. So we're not going to shift blame here to the company. No, this is 100% the parent's responsibility to monitor all information possible that the children are taking in.
If you've got adults that are able to go on the application anonymously, pretend to be young kids, develop these relationships, send money to kids in exchange for things, and then start soliciting sexual imagery and more, it's wrong. This cannot happen. More security protections need to be put in place. So again, Snapchat and Roblox, parents, go home, look at the phones. If you see these apps, you need to be prepared. You need to look at the tools that are available to you to, review and monitor the content on your children's phones. You need to decide, do you even want the child to have this application in the first place?
Food for thought. If your child is unwilling to let you see their cell phone and review what's on it, take it away. There are other ways to monitor where they are without them having a cell phone. If you need them to have a cell phone, they don't have to have an iPhone or an Android. You can simply give them a flip phone. That's what I started with. The whole purpose of a child having a phone is so that you can get in contact with them. And if they show and demonstrate that they are not responsible to handle the access that you allow them to have, take away the phone and downgrade them to a flip phone where they can have access to those apps. You can get the Gizmo watch phone. You can program the numbers that they need to call into the watch. And guess what? There's no text messages. There's none of that. All you can do is make calls to the registered phone numbers that's on the watch. Parents, we have to take control over the children. Guess what? If you stop paying for all the amenities that they're able to enjoy based upon your hard work, they just have to deal with it. There's no reason that the children should be running the parents instead of the parents running the children. It is your responsibility as a parent to be an example. Be an example to your child and show them the way. Do you know that if you don't provide them with the tools to succeed, that their blood is on your hands? Did you know that? And I'm not saying that any parent, including myself, is going to be perfect in every decision and instruction. But God judges us based on the intent of our heart. He judges us based on the intent of our heart.
It's dangerous, but you got to wake up. This individual is going to spend a long time here in Florida. We got the #1 in-migration in Florida. We don't want it to be for these reasons, but we'll have him extradited here this week, and hopefully he'll spend the rest of his life in this state. We've got to keep these people off the roads, away from our little boys and girls. I want to thank the people that are here with me today. We've got Green Cove Springs Police Chief Sean Hines. They did a tremendous job in this case and many others. He and his whole team have been wonderful when it comes to rule of law and public safety. Here in Clay County, you've got a wonderful sheriff too. We've got the best sheriffs in the country, and that's why Florida is reaching even further record low crimes. Commissioner Mark Glass from FDLE, we've been on the circuit lately. It's a good day if I'm starting it with him, because that means we're putting more bad guys away.
If you want to watch the full video, I'll have it linked below down in the comments. But most importantly, parents, you are the key to the access that your children have. If you have lived experience and God has allowed you to overcome trauma just like this, you should protect them with your life. There is no reason that you should allow them to have access to the world, because the access is going to come regardless. But it's your job, it's you and I's job to protect them as long as we can. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. And come on, let's protect these babies out here, because the world is full of demonic monsters and they don't care who they hurt. They just want to feed their flesh. And remember, I love you and I appreciate you. I'm out.